So you guys lost testing about it before, eh? You war muttering for it.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Hi, welcome to the Teachings of Mimi, where we talk about the 12 laws of mind we are operating all the time, whether we realize it or not, and how we can become aware of them and start working with them in a conscious way rather than unconsciously and having them bite our asses all the time. Don't think like that. So I hope it helps. And what it's today's topic was chosen by the patrons, put a poll out and they choose. And today's topic is unconditional love and attention and emotions and how they all work together. If you're feeling it, you're giving it attention. Doesn't matter what feeling it is, you're giving it attention. And all feeling comes from one feeling, and that feeling is love. And love is attention. Unconditional love is attention. How you flavor it is when you start putting man stuff to it. Man is the salt of the earth. Man flavors everything, okay? He makes the stories. Consciousness, you're inside a great big bubble of consciousness. It's formless, a formless being, and you're inside him. You think about something. Now you're in your formlessness. This is what the Bible calls the firmament. And you think about it. Okay? You're just thinking about something. And then eventually that something becomes a belief. You flavored it, okay, with your imagination. Now, you're told not to listen to others because they have their own flavoring. You don't put their flavors in. Yeah, you put in what you like. Okay, you flavor it the way you like. Okay, what you want to experience. Attention is attention. What people get tripped up on is imagination and the consciousness you're inside of, the one in your heart. They don't talk words. Man is the one who talks words, but man is the one who has put words on images and feelings. Okay, so it's the words you use that evoke that imaginative image and the feeling. Okay, I can say, look at that dog 15 different ways. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Look at the dog. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. It's the feeling behind it. It's not the words. Okay? It's the feeling. And you learn this in method acting. And this was a brilliant analogy that Neville Goddard was emphasizing, that it's like a play. This is something that Shakespeare emphasized. It's like a play. And this is what the great authors were emphasizing. It's a story. Okay, how are you flavoring it? Unconditional love is attention. It doesn't matter what you call it, how you flavor it. Okay, it's attention. If you're hating on something, or you're constantly walking around being jealous and feeling, everybody has what you want, okay, that's a feeling of being a victim, and you're asking for more bullies to show up. No, I'm great. I know those are signs. I know my day's coming. It's going to be here anytime now. I'll see it when I see it, and off you go. I'm just as good as they are, They're not better than me. I'm just me, and I'll see mine when I see mine, and off you go. That's, some people say that's being positive. No, it's being loving. It's not accepting that, you're to be compared with. You don't compare yourself to another. Okay, that kind of attention is what bites your ass. You're seeing others. You're being jealous, you're being greedy, being envious. They got what I don't. That's what you're seeing. They have what I want. You're desiring. Okay, you're wanting. That's the feeling that you're giving. If you're a feeling of at ease, of well-being, of happy, that all is well, then all is well. Everything comes to you. Now, it comes to you because you're praising, and that means loving on, giving your attention to the one who does it. Okay, so what are you going to praise on? Everything is God. Praise God. And you love on it. I love money. It's a medium of exchange. It lets us do whatever we want to do, what we love to do. I love it. It's brilliant. It's magnificent. Thank you for being in my life, money. It's understanding that it doesn't matter at all what words you're using. The words you use have already been associated in your mind with images, and the same is true of what feelings they evoke. Somebody told you that feeling is anger and it's bad. Somebody told you that feeling is frustration and bad. It's not bad. You call it whatever you want, all right? You can call it anger, you can call it being pissy, you can call it whatever. It doesn't matter what you call it, okay? Your words don't matter. It's the response. It's the action. That's what's written on your heart. Okay, so you act in your imagination, and the world reacts to you. All right? And it's going to show you what you give attention to. And that feeling of, I surrender, I let go, I give up, is what a lot of people think of it. And that's an objective way of looking at it. You're not giving up. I'm done. I'm letting go. I'll see it when I see it. I'm not thinking about this anymore. And you have all this time to think of things. And so you're getting bombarded right and left with knee-jerky stuff. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Look at me. I'm a victim. Look at me. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Become a bully. Believe in my story. Believe in my story. Believe in my story. That's all that is. Stories we all made up. Some of them you barely paid attention to, but they went into your purse. Some of them you just dismissed and you never even heard of that stuff. This is how it is for everybody, not just you. Okay? It's the same for everybody. But everybody is different, which means everyone's at a different level of consciousness. And as you rise up, it all starts to harmonize. Okay? And you can be all these beautiful, lovely flavors and all be in harmony. It can all be cute. So, it's understanding every emotion, feeling that you have is how they talk. That's the language they speak. Okay? And imagination is the great translator because he understands the words you say to mean the images you've already shown him. Okay? When I say my dog, I think of my boat. He knows it automatically. I say my Bobo, my boat dog. He knows I mean my dog. Okay? He doesn't understand the words I say. Just like I don't understand what my dog is saying when he is barking. But I can tell from the tone what he's telling me. Okay? I heard a noise out there. Or get thee gone, screw it, this is my backyard, you know, or he doesn't even bark at all. If there's danger, he just goes. He just goes and gets them. He doesn't bark, he doesn't say a word. He fronts them up and he goes. So, you know, it's understanding how the language of feeling works and accepting that imagination already knows he's tied to you. If you stopped imagining, you'd be dead. So, you know, understand that the two of you are one, okay? And he follows who you tell him to follow. So if you tell him to follow God, he will. And wrapped around your heart are all the things you believe. And God's going to say, okay, you know, she needs to get rid of this. So you take her over here and make, you know, this one who she's been hating on, you know, who she feels this way about. That's her. Yeah. You're the one who can see it, not me. You make her do it, and you whatever. Okay, but this feeling needs to change in her. Okay, so, you know, here comes someone that you've maligned and judged, and ends up, you know, being the one who saves you when you look back at it later. You know, that's, and, you know, it's like the lady who hates anyone who has a Confederate flag. She doesn't know them. She's not aware of them. She doesn't live their lives. She doesn't know them at all. All she knows is she saw a man with a t-shirt and it had a Confederate flag on it. So therefore, she's painted this story about him. And he's awful and horrible. She's maligned and judged this man. This man doesn't know that. Okay? They just passed each other in the street. He didn't give her any thought. She's the one who gave her attention to him. This is love. You gave your love to him. Okay? The only thing you have to give, the most precious thing in the world that you have to give, is your moments of time. What are you going to think? Are you going to raise a brother up? Or are you going to put him down? It's up to you. How much feeling are you putting into that story you're telling yourself? You know, so you're maligning and judging. That's what that means. You're putting a lot of freaking feeling into it. Okay? And now what? Now what happens? Right? Now comes a flood like Harvey. And here they come. The Raging Cajuns. And one of them happened to be that man who you passed in the street in Houston one day. And he was in town. And he had a Confederate flag t-shirt on. But here he comes. Here he comes. And guess what he's wearing today? That Confederate flag t-shirt. And his, you know, Raging Cajun baseball cap. And he's got an airboat. And he comes to your house and you're on the roof. And he saves you. You know, and you hug him. And then you see the t-shirt. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Most people, I don't give a shit. This man's the greatest. And then later you might ask him, why do you wear that shirt? Just, to me it means I can be, I'm going to yank your chain. I can think whatever the hell I want. You don't get to tell me. You hate it, I'll love it. Who knows what he says? People have different reasons. My husband's aunt would flat out tell you, you don't get to tell me how to think. That's what it means. You know, for good or bad or ugly, you don't get to tell me how to think. That's what it means to me. You know, and she was born and bred in New York City, you know, Garden City. So, you know, Long Island. She was just one of those great people. And she had Confederate flags. She dug it. You know, she loved the South. And in her mind, it meant you don't get to tell me how to think. Come, if it's, you know, you can walk away from me. We can walk away from each other. And if I'm not thinking the right way, I'll learn. You know, I'll learn it all by myself. You know, you don't get to spank me and jail me and punish me for not thinking like you. You know, you don't. And this is that age old, the South will rise again kind of crap, you know, where the objective side people will say, you know, look, the white supremacists. Of course, nobody believes that anymore. You know, that's so dead and gone, so last century. And the few who do, they're just loud. I'm sorry. You know, the FBI could come out and say it 50 billion times. I don't care. They're worried out of 330 million people of about maybe 50, maybe. You know, give me a break. You know, they're there to prove there's another side. That's all. Stop believing in it and they'll go away. Okay, nobody thinks like that. But somebody has to show them what they think. Okay, that's what the FBI thinks. Here you go. Here you go, FBI. But nobody else thinks like that. Okay. And we forgive them, so they don't think like that either. And they go away. Now, FBI, we love you. You know, you played your role well. In fact, you're damn good. I'm not going to listen to you. I love you. I'm not going to listen to you. You know, later, alligator. And that's how that goes, you know. It's God showing you what you think. So if you give attention to something, and whether it's good attention or bad attention, it's love. Okay? God works through you. He's unconditional love. What do you want? Oh, I want a pizza with a fly in it. Not, oh, look, I got a pizza with a fly in it. You know? You did it to yourself. Why would you think that? You know? But we do it. We do it. We do. No, 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 no. Nobody brings out food with flies in it. Okay, no. I know I used to think that. I know that used to happen to me. But no, 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 no. I know now that I love everybody. And I know they're being their best. And no server waiter would bring me anything with a fly in it. He would notice it and go, ew. Not for her. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. Thank you. Thank you for being you. You're the best. Thumbs up for you.
Well, I guess you're just gonna have to get that plane, Dimitri. Dimitri, I'm sorry that jamming your radar and flying so low, but they're trained to do it. You know, it's initiative.